From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories for Friday, May 25th, more questions about a toxic chemical pile outside Wilmington. A man talking on a payphone is hit by an SUV. Getting ready for holiday travel. Here are the details. Local activists say DENREC owes them some answers about a dangerous chemical pile just outside the city of Wilmington. WDEL's Carl Konevsky reports.
DENREC commissioned an independent study about what it calls hazardous iron-rich material near DuPont's Edgemoor site. Mary Ann McGonigal of Common Cause said the study shows DENREC's original plan to cap the site has flaws, and she has personal reasons for wanting to know what DENREC will do with the new information.
The type of cancer that I have, multiple myeloma, is caused, and all of the multiple myeloma literature will tell you, is caused by exposure to toxic chemicals. And unbelievably, it's all the toxic chemicals that are in this pile.
Steve Tyndall of the Waste Crisis Working Group says the public has the right to know what DENREC plans to do next.
2 years ago, a commission was studied. It took over a year to get it started. The study itself only took a few months, but now the DENREC is sitting on it, and there's nothing happening. So we just see this as one more stalling tactic.
Jim Werner, the head of the Division of Air and Waste Management, says in accordance with the study, more samples will be taken, and if significant changes are made to the department's plan to cap the site, hearings will be scheduled. I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
State and local officials show their support as Wilmington celebrates the launching of the Needle Exchange Program. WDEL's Curtis Gray has that story.
Wilmington's Public Safety Director Jim Mosley and police officials were among those representing the city. It has been about 3 months since Delaware's Needle Exchange Program got underway in February. Brandywine Counseling and those who run the program held Thursday's open house at Wilmington's Theater Inn to recognize those who actually make the program work. Site Director James Harrison wants the community to know that you have a place to help prevent the spread of serious illness.
The Needle Exchange Program, under the leadership of Basha Classic and Brandywine Counseling, is up and running. And we know needle exchange actually saves lives. So this is another tool in our arsenal in the prevention of HIV and hepatitis C.
It was the persistence and drive of Senator Margaret Rose Henry and other lawmakers that finally made the program a reality. Fred Baynard is a recovered addict who knows the program will save lives.
I can remember getting situations where you couldn't find a syringe, and you might see one on the ground, and you would have to pick it up and use it. And the reason why I say that is because that's what the dope does to a person.
Under the program, addicts are legally able to turn in the old dirty needles for clean ones. I'm Curtis Gray, 1150 AM, WDEL.
Senators Biden and Carper say they're not happy with the Iraq War funding bill passed by Congress yesterday, although they did both vote for it. Biden says he voted for the bill because Democrats don't have the votes to override a presidential veto of a bill setting a troop withdrawal timeline. Carper said he voted for the bill hoping a new, improved version will result when current war funding ends in September. 2 prison guards are charged with beating an inmate. WDEL News continues in a moment.
Oh.
Is everything okay, ma'am?
Not really. I need to ride dark tomorrow to get to work, and I forgot to buy my dark card. I guess I have to find a ride.
Well, you certainly come to the right place. Didn't you know that Acme now sells dark cards and paratransit multi-trip cards?
No, where?
They're available at our customer service desk.
Getting you there now starts at your 12 Delaware neighborhood Acme markets. Dart and Acme have joined in partnership to be your one-stop shopping place for both groceries and dart cards. It's now easier and more convenient than ever to pick up your dart cards with Acme.
An Ellesmere man is in serious but stable condition after being hit by an SUV while talking on a payphone outside a Wilmington business. It happened just before 9:30 Thursday morning outside Innovation's Hair Design Studio on Washington Street. The driver told police she tried to stop the vehicle, but it accelerated on its own. The SUV jumped the curb, hit the victim, then crashed into a wall, causing serious structural damage. The business will be closed until a structural engineer checks it out. No charges have been filed. 2 prison guards are charged with beating up an inmate. Stephen Bruckner of Hockessin and Daniel Sosa of Newark were arrested yesterday while working at the Young prison. They're charged with assaulting an inmate in February, then trying to cover it up. The victim had his jaw broken. Thousands are planning to hit the beach this weekend, and DelDOT wants you to keep moving. All construction projects are on hold. DelDOT will also keep a close eye on the flow of traffic, and dozens of summer traffic patrol units will be out helping with flat tires, breakdowns, and other emergencies. Leadership in business and in the community has earned a well-known local executive one of the highest honors from the Rotary Club of Wilmington. WSFS Chairman Skip Shanehalls was presented with the club's Distinguished Service Award today. Shanehalls is guiding the 175-year-old bank into its new downtown headquarters. He's also the chairman of Vision 2015, which is working to reform Delaware schools into the world's best.
It's important because we want every child in our state to have the opportunity to achieve what their true potential is. Education is the fundamental tool to help achieve that. And while that's obviously good for business, it's much better for them as individuals to be able to be employed and to be citizens at the level that they're capable of functioning.
Tempers flare in the Phils Marlins game. WDEL Sports and your Delaware AccuWeather forecast just ahead.
Looking to gain an edge in the technology or design field? Wilmington College's Division of Information Technology and Advanced Communications offers state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest tools. Did you know that Wilmington College has been preparing students for careers in media arts and technology over the past 7 years? Enjoy hands-on experience and personal attention from instructors drawn straight from the industry. To learn more, visit wilmcol.edu. Wilmington College. Achieve balance, achieve success.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware. Every weekday morning, 5:30 till 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, in a game highlighted by short tempers, the Phillies again failed to move above 500 in a 5-4 11-inning loss to the Florida Marlins. The game was chippy from the outset. Phil starter John Lieber hit Aaron Boone, and a pitch to Marlins starter Dontrell Willis went behind him. Willis took offense at that and threw behind Lieber 2 innings later. As he left the mound in the fourth, Willis began shouting at the Phillies dugout. Both dugouts emptied, and there was some pushing and shoving, but no ejections. The Phillies left 17 men on base, including the bases loaded in the 11th. The road trip now moves to Atlanta tonight. Jamie Moyer pitching for the Phillies against Tim Hudson. Coverage on WDEL starts at 7 o'clock. The Blue Rocks are back in action tonight after a day off yesterday. The first-place Rocks start a series tonight at Myrtle Beach. College baseball, Delaware fell into the losers bracket of the CEA baseball tournament when VCU rallied with 4 runs in the 8th inning for a 10-6 win of the Blue Hens. Delaware will play George Mason in an elimination game today at noon. And Delaware puts a 7-game winning streak on the line Saturday against Johns Hopkins in the semifinals of the NCAA Lacrosse Championship in Baltimore. It's Delaware's first ever trip to the Final Four, but for the Blue Jays, it's their 26th. Johns Hopkins has won 8 national titles, including 2005 when they beat Duke. Delaware will play before the biggest crowd in any sport in school history. More than 50,000 lacrosse fans are expected at M&T Bank Stadium for tomorrow's doubleheader. Delaware playing at noon. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast. Sun and clouds mixed through today. High 86. Partly cloudy tonight. Low 60. For tomorrow, partly sunny. Maybe an afternoon thunderstorm. High 88. For the rest of the holiday weekend, clouds and sun Sunday. High 86. And Monday, clouds and sun. Maybe a thunderstorm. The high on Memorial Day reaching 84. Get news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 AM WDEL or anytime right here at WDEL.com, including news video from Delaware and around the world from WDEL and the Associated Press. I'm Chris Carl. Have a great weekend, and thanks for watching.